Cauliflower, queso, flatbread keeps your body well fed. Cauliflower, queso, flatbread can't get it out of my head. Hello, my loves, and welcome into my kitchen. My name is Gabrielle Reyes. Y'all know me as One Great Vegan. One Great Vegan. And hopefully, y'all are tuning in for a fun musical recipe where we are going to be making cauliflower queso flatbread. We're gonna be making a vegan and gluten-free flatbread, frying it in a pan, get some veggies on there baked with some fajita seasoning, y'all. It's gonna be so delicious. It's almost like a sandwich pizza, just decadent situation. So before we get going and before we get glowing, my loves, we are going to wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands before you get to cooking. Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands before you get to cooking. Make sure your hands are clean, y'all, because you don't want to spread none of that wacky, wavy, wild virus around, okay, my loves? So, to get this recipe going and glowing, to get this recipe going and glowing, what I have done is I have chopped up some vegetables, some nice hearty vegetables, and all you're gonna do is add in those chopped vegetables to a big bowl with some veggie oil or some aquafaba, or you can use vegan butter. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna be using grapeseed oil for this recipe. And then y'all, get yourself some fajita seasoning. This is a mixture of some tahini, some Penzi seasoning, a little bit of chili mixture, you know what I'm saying? Get whatever works for you, but get about 2 to 3 tablespoons of some fajita seasoning, and it's gonna be so vibrant on top of our flatbread, baby. All right, so the vegetables we have, my loves: cauliflower. This could not be a cauliflower queso flatbread without some cauliflower. So I've chopped up about 1.5 cups, that's about 2 cups, of some cauliflower heads. And then we have some zucchini in here as well. And I've just chopped this into nice little cubes. I like to make these pieces that I'm going to be baking pretty small. I don't want like big chunks of vegetables. I like to have my little pieces of sweet potato into nice little bite-sized morsels, because these are going to be on top of everything. So you don't want giant pieces getting in the way of the bread and the cheese and everything like that. So make sure to chop up your pieces pretty tiny, my loves. Add everything into your bowl. And then I like to always add in either garlic or onion or some shallot. I like to add that into whenever I'm baking some veggies, because it just sinks in more flavor, and y'all know how it is. Seasoning is everything when you're making vegan food, when you're making all food, but especially when you're making plant-based food, because you got to get all that infusion into the illusion, okay? You know what I'm saying? Fusion into the illusion. Because you don't want people to know that this is vegan, unless they want to know it's vegan, that's fine. But I like to not tell people my food is vegan and then just watch their expressions or see their response, because most of the time, y'all, people don't know. They're like, this is just delicious food that's well seasoned, that feels fresh, that's colorful, that's vibrant, and I feel bomb after it. What's the secret? And I'm like, it's vegan, it's vegan. And then they're like, what? Why'd you just sing that to me? And then I'm like, I don't know, because that's just how I do, boo-boo. All right. So while you're singing, while you're dancing, while you're not telling people that this fierce meal happens to be vegan, add in some of your oil all on top. I'm adding in about 4 to 5 tablespoons of my oil. And then get yourself some fajita, veggie seasoning, chili seasoning, whatever. 3 to 4 tablespoons. And then all you gotta do is just give her a shake. Shake those veggies up. Ooh, oh, oh. Shake those veggies up. Ooh, oh, shake Shake those veggies up. Shake those veggies up. All right, that was the perfect amount of song and sing and vibe to shake all of our veggies together. So as you can see, they are coated and covered in our seasoning, but y'all know I'll be going in with the seasoning. So if your fajita seasoning pre-mix, whatever you got going on, does not have salt in it, add in a splash of salt. I'm gonna add in some because I already know there's a little bit of some salt from that tahini, but I know it's not enough to go in on my veggies and soak in all that seasoning and spice. So the other thing you want to add into, especially if you don't actually have fajita seasoning, get yourself some smoked paprika, and honestly, that's all you need to make these vegetables pop, shine, blast, boom, do what they gotta do for your flatbread. So I'm adding in about 2 to 3 tablespoons of some smoked paprika. Hey, smoked paprika. Hey, hey, hey. And then we're gonna give these veggies another shake before we give it a nice little bake, my loves. And you're gonna wanna set your oven to about 455, 465 degrees. And also get yourself a parchment paper covered baking sheet. This is where we're gonna put all of those veggies on top, my loves, and then bake them in there. Something I also always like to do whenever I'm roasting vegetables, especially during the fall, winter months, is I like to add in maple syrup. We're not gonna be doing that today with this recipe, but if you wanna elevate this even more, make it even fiercer, fabulous, fresh, fun, whatever. If you wanna do that, add in a little bit of maple syrup. All right, I'm just gonna give this a good little toss just to make sure everything is coated and covered in that seasoning. Yes! And if you want to, y'all, watch this. Sometimes I do this too. I just sprinkle over a little bit more seasoning just to make sure that everything is infused with color, with richness, with spice, with sassy, with sexy, with everything nice. So now that you have your vegetables on your parchment paper covered baking sheet, you're gonna pop these into the oven for about 20 to 30 minutes, depending on however your oven goes and glows. I like to cook mine just until the sweet potatoes are nice and soft as well. So let's pop this in the oven. Boom. And magically, in just a few seconds, out will come vegetables that just happen to be cooked, my love. This is crazy. Look at that. Out comes all the things that you need. But I'm gonna lie, y'all, I made these earlier today so we could get going and get glowing and get feasting. But if you're cooking at home, like I said, you're gonna need about 20 to 30 minutes for those veggies. But y'all, we're digging in right here, right now, live, vibing in the kitchen. So get your vegetables and put them over to the side. Now, I want to make sure, I'm not sure I turned on my oven. Let me just make sure. Aha! Let the oven turn on, and then the vegetables will cook. That's what I heard wise words from somebody one time. If you turn the oven on, your vegetables actually might cook, my love. And so that's what I did today. Okay, y'all, let's get going on that flatbread because it could not be. Cauliflower, queso, flatbread keeps your body well fed. Cauliflower, queso, flatbread can't get it out of my head. And the thing that I specifically cannot get out of my head, y'all, is this fierce flatbread recipe we are about to bake. All you need are a few ingredients. You can use normal flour if you want to. I'm gonna be using gluten-free flour because that's the kind of girl I am. But before I do that, let me rinse off my hands. I got some seasoning and spices on my hands real quick. And so that way I have a nice clean slate to start from. So what I have here is some gluten-free flour. And this is the kind of gluten-free flour that already has the xanthan gum in it. For this recipe, it doesn't really matter if it has the xanthan gum or not, but I like to use gluten-free flour because your girl cannot consume any gluten, any wheat, and that's just how it's gonna go today. So get yourself about 2 cups of your gluten-free flour, and then get yourself some tapioca flour. What this is gonna do is help bind everything together, almost in the way that an egg would or milk would, I guess. But obviously it's vegan. And I also like to use tapioca flour whenever I'm making my queso because it's a nice thickener. So I'm adding in about 1/4 of a cup of your tapioca flour, everything going into the big bowl. First, you want to add in all of those dry ingredients, and then we're going to put in that coconut milk to make it nice and thick and just delicious and juicy. So I always like to season everything. Y'all know how it goes. Seasoning is what? Everything when you are making vegan food, and especially when you're making a nice bread that's gonna be fried and fabulous and delicious. I like to add in some garlic powder, onion powder, sometimes a little salt and pepper too. We're gonna be adding in some salt to this. But pepper, I think we're gonna leave the pepper out of this one. So I'm adding in about 1 to 2 teaspoons of some onion powder and some garlic powder. Add that in. You don't want this to overpower the bread. You still want the bread to have a nice neutral flavor to it, but you still want it to have a little zing, a little zest, a little zoop. You know what I'm saying? So, like I was saying, we're gonna be adding in some salt as well. I'm adding in about 1 to 2 teaspoons of salt, depending on whatever you want. And that's kind of the main base of all of my recipes. I always tell people salt and pepper to taste, whatever you like, because a lot of people have different tolerances to salt, and also when it comes to hot sauce too, I tell people add in however much you can handle, because for me, I'm a salty girl and I'm also a spicy gal too, so that's just me. All right, now we have our dry ingredients in here, my loves. Next thing I want to do is I'm gonna whisk it up, and just whisk everything together, that salt, as well as that tapioca flour. You just want everything to be well combined, my loves. That's why I like doing it also in a bigger bowl. That way I don't have to make a huge mess if I'm doing it in a small bowl. So now that I've whisked up all of my dry ingredients, we're gonna be adding in that coconut milk. You should use coconut milk. And I like to use full fat coconut milk because sometimes you gotta get your fat in somewhere, y'all. Avocados or coconut milk, that's the way I like to do it. But also it's just really easy to help this get really nice and fluffy and flaky and delicious. So add in a little bit of some coconut milk. I'm adding in about 2 cups of our coconut milk. And if you don't have coconut milk, you can also just use water if you want to. But I'll show y'all as you mix it, you'll be able to see the batter start to come together. And what we're gonna do is just splash in a little bit more water into here. And once it has that kind of almost pancakey consistency, that's when you know your flatbread dough is ready. So let me add in about 1/4 cup of some water and just give it a nice stir. Sometimes when you add in water, it likes to splash back up at you. So just be careful whenever you are going in with your mixing situation. But yeah, y'all, let's mix up this flatbread dough, and then we're gonna get a pan nice and hot and fry this on up on both sides, y'all, and it gets so crispy, crunchy, delicious. All right, so our batter is ready to go. It has about the same consistency as like a cake batter, as you can see. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna form this into circles on our pan, flatten it out and form it, and y'all gonna see how beautifully perfect they come out. So set your dough over to the side. Meanwhile, your veggies are cooking, and you don't gotta worry about the queso cheese because y'all, today we're gonna be using Simple Truth plant-based queso. Simple Truth plant-based queso. Simple Truth plant-based queso. Simple Truth plant-based queso. And with this recipe, this was my first time ever trying it, y'all. And they've got it figured out with that spicy to texture, that creamy, cheesy texture. You can heat it up, you can eat it cool. We can put it in chips, we put it on top of nachos, we're putting it on this flatbread. There's just so many things you could do with it. And I bought like 10 containers of it because I was like, this is really tasty. I'm gonna just get more and more and more. So make sure you get yourself either the vegan queso recipe that I've shared in my nacho cheese recipe, or get yourself some of this Simple Truth plant-based queso cauliflower dip, y'all, because it's bomb. And the other thing we're gonna be using is some dairy-free feta crumbles from Follow Your Heart. Y'all already know my obsession with Follow Your Heart and all of their products, especially these feta crumbles that melt in your mouth. All right, so to get timber, we have a falling salt and pepper. All right, to get these flatbreads going and glowing, get yourself a pan. I suggest getting a big pan also, and then get it nice and hot and add in just a splash of some oil. I would say about 2 tablespoons should be just fine, and then just spread it on out over your pan. And y'all, this is where we're gonna start frying up that flatbread. So get your flatbread dough, and what do you know? Check it out, check it out. This is what we got going. It almost has that same consistency as that cream cheese frosting I made this week as well, which, oh, this cream cheese frosting recipe, y'all, is so freaking good. So is this flatbread recipe. But it almost has that same consistency, but it's gonna come out so flaky, and you get those nice little burnt bits around it. Yo, it's gonna be so freaking good. And it really is that tapioca flour that helps bind it all together that I love. All right, so get yourself some kind of spoon, something that you'll be able to spoon out a nice dollop of this fabulousness right here. Then, she is baking. We're gonna have double the veggies and double the fun. Double the veggies, not on a bun. It's not gonna be on a bun, but it's gonna be on a flatbread, which I guess technically could be a kind of bun if you really wanted it to be. But while we're chit-chatting about flatbread, let's see if our pan is getting nice and hot. You want it pretty hot when you start off with, almost in the same way, like I said, you would make pancakes, because that way sometimes the oil will seep into the batter and it just doesn't cook as well. So make sure that your pan is hot before you go in with your batter. All right. Oh, and then the other thing you're going to want to do is make sure when you get your veggies, if they cook before you are ready to serve them, that's okay and that's all right. What I like to do is just get myself some kind, actually I should rinse this out because there's a little bit of flour in here. I like to get myself a bowl of sorts and just pop everything in here, and then we're just gonna leave it in the microwave. You don't have to turn the microwave on. We're just gonna leave it in there so they stay nice and warm and toasty. And we'll probably also have some extra from them baking right now too, so it'll be nice and fresh and ready to go. Let's see, is this hot? Nope, she's ready to go. All right, I think, oh yeah, she's ready to cook up this flatbread. Oh, I see the heat coming off, girl. I see you cooking, ready to go. All right, y'all. So like I was saying, get your flatbread dough, scoop out about 1/4 to 1/2 cup, and you're just gonna start forming a circle as best as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. Don't worry, it will become a circle no matter what you do, and I'll show you why. So just get out a nice, decent dollop in the same way you would with a pancake, and just start to get it frying on your pan. And what I like to do is just go around in a circle and start to form around it, push in the sides a little bit. We're gonna be able to flip it, press it down, and once it presses down, all of those sides are gonna puff on out. It's so beautiful, y'all. And then the way it tastes, so crispy and crunchy and just, oh, it's delicious. I love bread. I'm truly obsessed with bread, but the problem is I don't really like to bake too much, and I also can't eat typically normal bread, and I don't like to eat soy, so there's a lot of things that prevent me from buying my own bread. So I love to make fried bread, or like fried dumplings, or basically any kind of bready fried thing is where I go to get my bread fix, because the way I see it is, if I'm frying it in grapeseed oil, which isn't too bad for me, or if I'm using, aquafaba or veggie broth to fry it up, I'm getting my bread in, I'm getting my goodies in, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing what I want to do with my taste buds. I'm getting in those cravings, but my skin isn't gonna break out because of my allergy to gluten and my sensitivity to wheat. So, but while we chit-chatting about it, let's see how she's doing. Ooh, she is cooking up. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna flip it, and even though it's not fully ready to go, I'm just gonna give this a nice little press down to start to form a little circle. You'll see how it became a little circle even better, and all these pieces are just gonna cook up so beautifully and just brown and get nice and puffy. So what I might actually do is I might actually just go get another pan so we can have like a double flatbread fry kind of thing, my love. Woo-hoo. Double flatbread fry, yeah, yeah. 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 Oh, and people are always asking me, what am I using to cook on? It is called a Nutri-Chef. I got it on Amazon, my loves. And it's really great. The only thing I'm not crazy about is the sound that comes from it. It's just a little too loud for me, especially if I'm like singing. Like I don't want to have to yell over my own stove, but that's just the way it is. And it's training my voice to be stronger, I guess, something like that. All right, let's see how our flatbread is cooking on this side. She's looking good. So I like to make sure that she's like nice and browned. That's kind of where I like a nice golden brown bready color with a little bits of some black and some dark brown from like little burnt bits. That's personally my favorite way to cook a flatbread, just because I know those burnt bits taste good, mixed in with that soft, mixed in with that crunchy, mixed in with that golden. So I'm gonna just give this another flip. Boom! And ooh, as you can see, it's starting to get nice and golden brown. And so I'm just gonna press this down as I flip in between the back and the up and the upside down, whatever sides you wanna call them, the left and the right, the up and the down, whatever you wanna call them. Just make sure that you are flipping and pressing in between. So let's get another one started over here. Let's see, on, and let's fry it up. Woo! All right, let me see if this oil goes all over the pan. Boom! And there she is. And then all you have to do for the rest of this recipe, once you are done frying up your flatbread, also your home will smell so delicious after cooking this really simple recipe, because there's that breadiness, that nice buttery smell, and there's also those roasted veggies just cooking away in your oven, my loves. So, ooh, let's get another one going in this pan. Boom. And this one, we're gonna make a little bit bigger just because I want to see if we can. All right. Cauliflower queso flatbread keeps your body well fed. Cauliflower queso flatbread, can't get it out of my head. And y'all want to know why I can't get it out of my head? Because it's so freaking delicious. Seriously, it's like a sandwich and a pizza had a baby and was just like, I'm gonna be delicious and fierce and everything that you want to eat right now. All right, check it out. Our first flatbread is finished. Looks like a pancake in a way, and I'm just gonna set it down on my nice plating utensil I got over here and get myself started another flatbread. And this one should cook a little bit faster just because our pan is nice and hot right now. Boom, there we go, into the pan. Fry up that flatbread, flatbread, fry up that flatbread, flatbread, fry up that flatbread, flatbread, fly up that flatbread, flatbread. Wow, I've been saying, I can't decide if I'm saying fly up that flatbread, which, what is fratbread? I think it has something to do with a fraternity, maybe, in my mind, I don't know. But I'm trying to say, fry up that flatbread, flatbread, fry up that flatbread, flatbread, yeah. And form it into a circle as best as you can when you first get it into the pan, because as you can see, this one's getting a little octagonal. Is that a word? That's not a word at all. That was not a word at all. This is looking more like an oval. Oval-tastic is what I'll say. So I'm going to give this a flip. Whoop, and boom, she had a nice little flip situation over there. And then we're going to press this down, and hopefully it turns more into a circle. We'll see. She turned a little oval for me. Ah, yes, I knew I could rely on the technique, my loves. As always with that technique. Ah, give her a nice flip too. Fry this on up. Y'all saw that? It was an oval, and now it's a circle, y'all. So I think we're going to be making about 5 of these. Right now I have 1, 2, 3 cooking. And I have 1 already, because y'all know I'm going to feast on one of these. And then I need some for some photos, you know what I'm saying? I need some for a little video. And then I'm also making some for my beloved best friend, Ace Anderson, and my family. Like, we are feasting today on cauliflower queso flatbread. Can't get it out of my head. All right, so let's see how she is doing. I'm gonna give her a little press down and turn her into a nice little circle. This one got a little wayward on me, but that's okay, girl. Come on in, come on in. You got it, girl. You are a circle. I see you. You could be a circle. You can will all flatbreads to be a circle. Oh, and also, if you don't want to fry this recipe, you can also bake it if you want to as well. You can bake it in like a long, almost like pizza way if you want to. Typically, flatbread looks like this in a way. It's like one long piece, and then people chop into it. I wanted to really fry this flatbread, so this is the way that I wanted to do it today. But if you want to skip the whole frying situation, you can put it in the oven. I would say put it in the oven at like 425 degrees for 10 to 15 minutes. That's what I would say. That'd probably be your best bet. But, like I said, today we're going to be frying it up in here. Let's see. Ooh, turn up the heat. Turn up the heat. Come on up. Come on up and turn up the heat. Come on up. Come on up and turn up the heat. Like I was saying, you want to make sure that your pans are really hot. For this, I don't know why it just turned down. It was like, girl, turn down the heat. You too fire, girl. It's too lit up here in this cooking class, girl. We can't be all flaming, all at our highest temperature, girl. And I'm over here being like, you right, I respect that. I am sweating. I was telling Ace yesterday, I go so hard whenever I'm making recipe videos and my cooking classes. I am dripping sweating like at the end of the day. I probably burn like 700, 800 calories, truthfully, in these cooking classes, y'all, because it's work. All right, you see, we got an arm workout, you know, get a few squats up in here, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get cooking and trying to get crunk in the kitchen, trying to get snatched in the kitchen too. Y'all, all the time I will be doing random workouts in the kitchen, truly. Just like waiting for food to cook, like lifting my leg up to the side, because I don't really like to actually work out. Like, I'm not a big go to the gym and like go hard. I used to be like in college. I used to teach Zumba classes. Like, I used to really be into it. But as I got older, I guess I just found that that wasn't my path anymore, and that I was able to work out throughout the day. So I like to start off every single morning with a morning routine, which is 20 push-ups, 20 squats, 1 minute of plank, 20 tricep dips, and then dance break. I always have a nice little dance break. I believe that's everything. Sometimes I'll throw in some extra stuff just because I'm feeling fancy or I'm trying to look snatched that day. So just all depends, but it's all about that balance, yo. It's all about like not punishing myself for not working out or being lazy all day. That's okay too. It's whatever brings happiness to you at that time in the moment, and also making sure that you listen to your body and hear what it's telling you. If it's like, girl, don't go too hard, like you need a break, your body's trying to tell you something so you don't get sick. All right, especially during these wacky and wavy times, my loves. We are not trying to get sick up in here. All right, so this one looks like it's almost done. I might end up frying these both in this one. Fry them both in one pan, one pan. Fry them both in one pan, one pan. All right, so we're gonna make some more of these because those are frying in that pan. Put this into this pan over here. Let's see how many we got. We got 4. I think we have enough batter to make one more. So that's all good. Give it a nice shake and start to form it into a circle as best as you can. Typically, I like to do that with the spoon, that whatever spoon I use to spoon it out, I like to form with the circle. The spatula is best for like making sure that all the edges are together, you know what I'm saying? So we are just gonna form this into a nice little circle, and y'all already know how it is. We're gonna scoop, we're gonna flip, we're gonna press, we're gonna do, yeah, we're gonna scoop, we're gonna flip, we gonna press, we gonna do it, we gonna scoop, and won't flip. We gonna press, we gonna do it, scoop, press, flip, did it, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't actually know what the steps were. I think it was scoop, flip, press, we're gonna do it, scoop, flip, press, we're gonna do it, scoop, flip, press, do it, scoop, oh, flip, oh, press, ooh, do it, Y'all, that may be the new TikTok dance. Scoop, press, oh, I messed it up. Scoop, flip, press, do it, scoop, flip, press, do it, scoop, flip, press, do it, scoop, press, and flip, and do it, do it. Y'all, this is really why I'll be burning all them calories up in here, trying to get my best life, coming up with TikTok food dances. For real, y'all, for real, for real. All right, scoop, flip, press, do it. That literally worked. Haha, y'all gonna be doing that at home. Scoop, flip, press, do it. Scoop, flip, press, do it. That's gonna be the only song I'll remember from this. Watch. Watch. Y'all gonna be like, what was it again? I don't remember, but I do remember. Scoop, press, do it. Y'all gonna be vibing. Don't worry about it. I got your vibes. I got your vibes right here, my loves. All right. So, a moment of peace, my children. So we can see how fluffy these beautiful flatbreads are coming out. Oh, so buttery. Oh my gosh. They are so beautiful. God bless it. Look at that browning. Look at that. Look at that. Y'all, we get to eat this. We get to eat this. This is food made from plants. It's going to heal your body and feed your soul. Oh. You know when you go too hard in the kitchen and you start knocking things over? Me every day. Me every single day, my loves. All right. Let's see how she doing. Do I get to scoop, flip, press, do it? Oh, she's a little pale on that side, so we're going to make sure turn up that energy. Come on, fry it up. I think this one right here is done, my loves. Look at that. Ooh, ooh, she is hot. Feeling hot, dot, dot. Ole, ole, the flatbread's hot. Feeling hot, dot, dot. Feeling hot, dot, dot. Ole, ole, the flatbread's hot. Feeling hot, dot, dot. Hey, hot, dot, dot. The flatbread is hot. So if you need some tongs, you might want to grab some tongs, or if you can bear the 0.3 seconds of placing it into something else, that's what I'm going to do today. But like I said, if you need some tongs, get yourself some tongs. All right, so this one is cooking. This one's cooking as well. I think I can actually transfer this one over to this pan so we can make our last and final flatbread. Cauliflower, queso, flatbread. Keeps your body well fed. Cauliflower, queso, flatbread. Can't get it out of my head. No, I can't get it out of my head. Can't get it out of my head. Just like you ain't gonna be able to get this song out your head, my friends. Y'all gonna be in the shower. Cauliflower, queso, flatbread. You ain't even gonna know what the recipe was about. You're just gonna be singing it. And I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying? I am not mad at the singing of the song, of you doing what you do, even if you're cooking, if you're cleaning, whatever you got going and glowing, my loves. All right, let's see. I think this one should be ready. Oh, she needs a little bit more. She needs a little more. I don't know if y'all are ever into like Star Trek, Star Wars, but I grew up like addicted to basically all sci-fi, like Star Wars, Star Trek, superheroes. My dad was all into that stuff. The Beatles, that's kind of random, but is really into the Beatles as well. And there's so many like catchphrases from different shows and movies, like old 70s episodes of Star Trek. And I don't know if y'all have ever seen this show called Mystery Science Theater 3000. Raise your hand if you've seen Mystery Science Theater 3000, or leave me a note in the comment below so that I can know if you've seen it. And they've actually revamped the TV show. Basically, the concept is they have these like characters. One's like a robot, and they're like from different universes. They're aliens and robots and things like that. And they comment on a old like sci-fi TV show or movie, and it's so funny. The commentary is hilarious because, I mean, they're being 100% genuine, but almost like in these characters, and they're just talking about goofy things because these shows are goofy. You know, some of them are really low budget, like horror films. Y'all have seen them before, I'm sure. You've flipped past on the channel, you've seen some like goofy, weird sci-fi show. So basically they run those down and they give commentary about it. And so I grew up listening to that, and sometimes catchphrases from that show will pop into my head and be like, ooh, this is what you're thinking about now. But that's how you know you're a true nerd deep down inside, who grew up on anime and sci-fi and superheroes and all those things. But I will say at the same time, I was kind of a girly girl. I was really into like nail painting and hair and makeup. Oh my gosh, I used to wear Mary Kate and Ashley makeup that we bought at Walmart. And yo, it was so bad. Yo, I don't really wear makeup anymore now. But back in the day when I was like a wee little fluff, I really was trying hard, y'all. I was putting on this like sparkle, it was this like sparkle skin powder. And that stuff should not have been on my face, for real. It had like so many little bits of plastic in it. And I was just like every day, ging, 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 thinking I'm mad cute. Y'all should see the pictures. I mean, I'll have to post pictures one day of like before and after, because your girl used to line her whole eyes with like full raccoon eye style eyeliner, okay? She used to be going in with the makeup, and I thought I was real cute, but alas, I was not looking that cute. All right, there goes another piece of flatbread. This one needs a lot more cooking. She's looking a little pale, but that's okay, girl. Cook on up, girl. Cook on up, girl. Ooh, this one's getting nice and crispy. So let's get our other ingredients ready. So like I was saying, get your Simply Truth plant-based cauliflower dip spicy queso, okay? And what this is made out of, actually is a mixture of different things. It's made out of cauliflower, it has red bell peppers, almond butter, apple cider vinegar, red onions, jalapeno peppers, salt, nutritional yeast, ground cumin, turmeric. Dang, this sounds so good. Cayenne pepper and xanthan gum. Y'all, this is made out of all things that I can pronounce, and I love that. If you can't read it, don't eat it. If you can't read it, don't eat it. If you can't read it, don't eat it. But I can read these ingredients. And since I can't read these ingredients, that gets me even more excited, because that way I know everything that's going inside of my body. Ooh, this is frying up. So we're going to press it, because we already scooped. Flip, press, and do it. Scoop, flip, press, and do it. This is cooking up nice and hot. Let's see how she is going. For some reason, this one turned off too. I think you can't have them both going at like intense high heats at the exact same time, or it overpowers it. So this is all a new learning experience for me using this. I was using like a $26 stovetop. I don't even know what brand it was. I think I used it so many times, the brand like wiped off. But I bought it for a one-time use, and then I ended up using it for years. And then I was like, let me just upgrade a little bit to something a little better that would work easier. And so I'm learning, y'all. We are all learning. This is all an experience for us. But let's see. Oh, yes. Oh, this one's nice and juicy and doughy. I like that. Oh, I love this bread. Y'all, check it out. Check it out. I want to dig into it already. Look at this fried bread. Cauliflower queso flatbread. It's very flat. It's very warm. It's fluffy. You can use it in a little sandwich if you want to. Or that's like a taco sandwich kind of situation. Or you can eat it like this. You can chop it into pieces. You could use it as a dip. I mean, there's so many things. And it's so good. It's so good, y'all. I love it. So we're gonna finish up these last ones and then we'll get our veggies and see how they're going. I think these veggies might be done as well, my loves. Let's check on it and see how we're doing. Ooh, yes, nice. We got double the veggie, double the fun. All right, flip. Ooh, nice little burnt bit on there. I like a little bit of brown, a little crispiness on my flatbread, my loves. All right, flip this one. Turn this up. Yeah, so it seems like you can't get both going at the same time. So what I thought was a really good idea, y'all, to fry both at the exact same time, actually turned out to kind of make this a little bit slower, I think. But that's okay. We're all learning. We're all experiencing this together, my loves. So it looks like this one needs a little bit longer. This one just needs a little bit more time. So let's get our vegetables ready, cooked, all Gucci to go. I'm gonna combine them with these vegetables that we already cooked earlier. Ooh, they're still hot, smoking. All right, so I have my roasted veggies in here, and then let me get these veggies too. Yes, I love. Oh, that cauliflower smells so delicious, my loves. It's got all those seasonings and spices on there. It's got a little bit of char on there. I like a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, a little burnt bit. Saying give it that dynamic goodness, a grilled flavor to it. Oh, y'all, look at all these vegetables we have. Oh, cauliflower queso vegetables. Y'all, look at this beautiful bowl of color. Now, let's be real. Okay, this by itself would be delicious. So you could just make this if you want to. If you don't feel like doing the flatbread, you could dip the queso in this or drizzle that queso on top. Put this in a sandwich, put this in a taco, put this in a bountiful Buddha bowl. Whatever you want, my loves, but you know these are going to taste good. You know they're going to heal your body. You know they're going to help your digestion, if you know what I'm saying. And like I was saying earlier, if you want to, you can add in some chickpeas or some black beans into this whole thing just for added protein. Some quinoa, whatever works for you, my loves. Check it out, check it out. All right, and let's see how our bread is doing. Ooh, yes, she is frying up beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Ooh, and I think this bread is just about done. This one, we're gonna go for it, y'all. We're gonna get the bread, think it's good. Ooh, she is hot. She is hot, dot, dot. So spicy hot, so fiery hot. She is hot, dot, dot. Flatbread's hot, dot, dot. Hey, the flatbread's hot. The flatbread's hot. It is hot, dot, dot. All right, so we have our flatbread here. And what I'm gonna do to make it look cute and presentable, I'm just going to lay it down like that. Then we're gonna add in that last one later. Let me actually turn this one on over here. There we go. So we have our flatbread right here, my loves. Turn that off and move things. Y'all, this is the fun part of this cooking class. I get to play Tetris every single week with all of my 5.3 inches of space that I have over here. All right, so we have this cooking right over here. We have this laid out. And the next thing you want to do is get yourself that queso I was talking about. Is this the one that's open? I know there's two of them. One of them's got already open because I was feasting on it. I was having a little snack before, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was hungry. No shame. All right, you open up your plant-based queso. Y'all, look at this. Oh, they really did it, y'all. They did it with the spicy to creamy to just, It's so good. It's so good. It's so delicious, y'all. I love it. And it's really good with this, ooh, and that, ooh. Hello, spice. Hello, everything nice. That spiciness hit me in the back. I see you, girl. All right, so I have my flatbread laying out over here on my plate. You can do this independently, you know, build your own flatbread style if you want to. I'm gonna be doing this because I think this looks pretty. So just spoon on your cheese on top, just like this, my loves. A little dollop for each one. And then I like to go in a circle and just coat it almost like it's a little pizza sauce on there. If you want to, you can heat up the queso dip, and then, you know, it's nice and hot. I don't really see the need to heat it up because we're adding on those hot veggies, and I kind of like that cool bit of queso in there. I don't know, that's just me. That might be weird. You can heat it up really if you want to, but I don't feel like doing that right now, so that's not what we're doing right now. All right, but y'all, check out these vegetables we're gonna add on here, my loves. Oh, I'm so excited about this part. This is just perfection in a bowl. Yes, look at these vegetables. This is also like a beautiful fall recipe. I've been really into recipes that have orange in them, that have pumpkin seeds. Just been really big on that. I've been adding pumpkin seeds onto everything, honestly. Some things that don't need pumpkin seeds. I added pumpkin seed on a curry and was just like, we're just gonna go with that. I don't know if it belongs here, but I like that little bit of crunch. I like that little extra bit of protein on there as well. And I love the way these vegetables smell, y'all. I wish y'all could smell, and I hope you're smelling exactly what I am telling you about right here, right now. All right, check out this cauliflower queso flatbread. Cauliflower queso flatbread keeps your body well fed. Cauliflower queso flatbread, can't get it out of my head. And next, we have some chopped up tomatoes. Let's see how our other flatbread is doing. Ooh, yeah, she getting nice and crispy. We have our other chopped up rainbow tomatoes, and I'm just gonna add these on top for that little bit of freshness. Y'all know how I do with the freshness, boo boo. You know how it goes and how it glows. So I'm just gonna top this. You can use whatever kind of tomatoes you want, but I love rainbow tomatoes because I just love the vast amount of different colors that you can get with it. I think this recipe looks better with rainbow tomato, or with red tomatoes, chopped tomatoes, just because it adds a really vastly different color than the orange that's with everything else. But these are still cute, y'all. All right, so I also have that feta crumble I was talking about. So I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit over the top, just like this, y'all. This is that follow your heart cheese, y'all. And if you have not tried this cheese, my mom literally just tried it and she was like, oh my God, this is feta. Like, that's what I tell everyone. This is feta cheese, okay? You think you've had feta cheese before, and I'm over here like, this is feta cheese because it just melts in your mouth, baby. All right, so we have our cheese on top of here, my loves. And then the last thing is that little bit of freshness. That little bit of freshness I love to add on to all of my recipes. I'm adding on some green onion. You can add on cilantro, parsley. Honestly, most fresh herbs work with this. Leafy fresh herbs really work with this. It doesn't matter. You can add on some lime wedges on the side. It's kind of whatever you want to do at this point. The main thing is that flatbread, that cheese, and that veggie. My loves, y'all. Cauliflower queso flatbread. Y'all, check it out, check it out. Tell me this is not a beautiful plate of food, y'all. I know y'all are drooling. I know y'all are like, oh my gosh, how did she just do that right there? Yeah, she is delicious, y'all. Cauliflower queso flatbread keeps your body well fed. Cauliflower queso flatbread, can't get it out of my head. Y'all, check it out. This is so delicious. I'm about to dig on in on this fresh plate that I just made, my loves. But as you can see, we have those veggies. We have everything piled and stacked on high. Just beautiful, vibrant, nourishing, filling, carby, bready, seasoned to perfection. And it's gonna help heal your body and feed your soul, my love. So let me get myself a piece. Let me dig on in to this one I got right here. Ooh, and you know that flatbread. Ooh, look at this flatbread. She is, oh! Oh! No! That's okay. I tried, y'all. I dropped the flatbread. I dropped it. That's okay. I'm probably still gonna eat it. No lie, it's still gonna be delicious, but that's really sad because now I can't feed this to my family and my friends. But y'all saw it here live. This happens. This is what happens sometimes when you go live and you do what you do. Sometimes the flatbread comes flying out your hand, but that's what makes for good entertainment. Am I right? Cauliflower, queso, flatbread. That's okay. I'm gonna dig into these other ones instead. All right, I'm gonna have myself a bite of what I might need in my life. All right, let me get myself a big piece of this right here. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yes. So good. Dang. Wow. That was a full religious experience I just had, y'all. I'm about to dig into all of these. And another tip, just so you know, if you want it to be nice and crunchy and really have that flat bread texture that you like, I suggest adding it into your oven when it's finished, after you've added on all those veggies, and before you add in the tomatoes and the fresh elements. I would pop it into the oven for like 10 minutes just to get it nice and crispy and crunchy, y'all. But check it out, check it out. Look what we created today. I had so much fun cooking and creating with y'all this beautiful flavor-tastic, rainbow-tastic cauliflower queso flatbread. Keeps your body well fed. Cauliflower queso flatbread. Can't get it out of my head. I had a blast creating and teaching y'all and singing and vibing and just having a bomb time. Just doing what we do in the kitchen, my loves. I will see you all next week here in my cooking class where I think I'm gonna be teaching y'all how to make that pumpkin spice cake with cream cheese frosting. Just the right thing to get you in the fall swing. Pumpkin spice cake with cream cheese frosting. Just the thing to get you in the fall swing. I think that's what we're gonna be creating. So y'all stay tuned for that next cooking class. But I will see you all next time when we're gonna be vibing, doing what we do in the kitchen. I'm Gabrielle Reyes, one great vegan. And you will be able to find this recipe on my website, onegreatvegan.com, as well as order my musical cookbook, which me and my beloved best friend Ace Anderson just started putting down all the music and tracks. Yes, there will be music, there will be music videos in this cookbook. So if you would like to reserve a copy, go to onegreatvegan.com to reserve yourself a copy, and your name will be put on a list to let it know when it's time to get your glow going, my loves. So until then, I will see you all next week. And at the end of the day, don't forget to sing your song, do your dance, and speak your truth. Goodbye, my love.